At the height of the neon 80s, one band stood above the rest.
I just wanted to sing. 1 minute I'm Jerica, the next, bam, I'm Gem in neon and sequins. Not easy, but worth it.
They were 4 California girls who dreamed of being stars. They had the hair, the music, the fans.
Totally outrageous. Fans still sing our songs, dress like us. It's amazing.
But behind the glitter, chaos brewed.
I tried to keep it professional with Gem, but Jerica was using that hologram machine. How was I supposed to know? This was the ultimate catfish.
Before the fall, there was the rise. And oh, what a rise it was.
I just wanted things to run smoothly. Keep the sound tight, keep everyone on cue.
This is Behind the Cartoon, Gem and the Holograms.
Showtime Synergy.
Gem will be right back after these messages.
Hey, Retro Riders, before we jump in, I'll bless keep the toy box open. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Join us on all platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. All the links are in the description. We really want to build a safe community of like-minded people who share in our love of cartoons and toys.
This program is funded in part by coffee through the Patreon donations, and by the Insert Your Company Here Chuckleheads, and by contributions to your SRCT YouTube channel from, say it with me, viewers like you. Thank you.
Every follow gets us closer to that 1,000 follower milestone, and you could even get a shout out in the next episode.
So go ahead, make my day, punk. Click the buttons, join the fun, and keep those cartoon memories funded. Thank you.
And now, back to Gem.
In the mid-1980s, Hasbro had a problem most toy companies would envy: success. They had already conquered the boys' market with G.I. Joe and Transformers. Now they wanted the same for girls. Something bigger than Barbie, more fantastical than My Little Pony, and modern enough to catch the MTV generation.
From outer space to in our face, aliens walk among us! A Sick Sad World exclusive.
You saw it first on Sick Sad World. Alien love goddesses are depriving Americans of their skins and their jobs.
They called it Gem and the Holograms. Created by Hasbro, produced by Sunbow and Marvel Productions, Gem was an experiment in cross-media synergy.
Gem, the most glamorous rock star ever. She's also Jerica, the president of Starlight Music. But only her friends, the Holograms, Kimber, Aja, and Shayna, know that Jerica is also Gem.
But we're the Misfits, our songs are better. We are the Misfits, and we're gonna get her.
Gem, truly outrageous. And they're each sold separately from Hasbro.
Gem!
Supported by an animated series that doubled as a showcase for original pop music.
It's truly, truly outrageous. Truly outrageous.
Christy Marks, already a proven writer on G.I. Joe and Transformers, was handed a bare-bones concept and told to give it life. She responded with a story that blended music, technology, and identity. Her vision turned what could have been a toy commercial into a neon soap opera about power, creativity, and double lives. At its core was Jerica Benton, a young woman balancing the burden of running her late father's company with her secret alter ego, Gem, the ultimate embodiment of a pop star. Gorgeous, fashionable, and totally outrageous. Her transformation, powered by a holographic AI named Synergy, became a symbol of reinvention. The voice, the fashion, the music, it all came together in an animated reflection of the decades' obsession with spectacle and self-expression.
Yeah, self-expression, you know? Like when you gotta wear shoulder pads big enough to be a linebacker for the Packers.
Fashion was central to Jem's world. Each episode featured multiple costume changes, musical numbers, and moments that looked more like MTV videos than traditional animation.
I just wanted to sing. 1 minute I'm Jerica, the next, bam, I'm Jem in neon and sequins. Not easy, but worth it.
And having a sister like me didn't hurt. I mean, we had to keep things fabulous, right?
Jerica, is it showtime yet?
Wonder if you can make me 6'3" and look like Brad Pitt.
Nothing I can do will ever make that happen, Imp.
I just wanted things to run smoothly. Keep the sound tight, keep everyone on cue.
And keep everyone's heads from exploding, especially the fashion included. Kimber's got some wild ideas sometimes.
We weren't villains. We were reality with attitude. The holograms thought they could outshine us. Little did they know, I thrive on drama.
Sure, Phyllis. And I'm Bon Jovi's drummer.
It was groundbreaking, an animated series for girls that didn't talk down to them. Instead, it celebrated ambition and independence while keeping a firm grip on fantasy.
Fantasy, huh? Try explaining to a kid why their rock idol's earrings can project hard light illusions. That's not fantasy, that's cyberpunk with better hair.
Critics might have called it outlandish, but for its young audience, Jem was transformative. It offered a heroine who led a company, fronted a band, and made her own rules. Hasbro's marketing machine kicked into high gear. The dolls, the playsets, the cassette tapes, all tied into the show. Every episode premiered new songs, performed by voice actress Britta Phillips as Jem, and sung through a haze of reverb, synthesizers, and pure optimism. Her speaking voice was provided by the talented Samantha Newark. For a moment, it worked. Jem carved out a distinct identity, neither Barbie nor He-Man, but something uniquely its own. Bright, loud, and unapologetically feminine.
Yeah, but glitter burns out fast, don't it?
Not yet. For now, Jem and the holograms were on top, and the world sparkled. But beneath the neon shine, cracks were already forming.
Cracks? Try fault lines. You're about to see the prettiest implosions in Studio 54.
This is where the story changes. At its peak, Jem and the Holograms was everywhere, with a huge cast of dolls.
I love what you did with their hair. Jem and the holograms hair is so outrageous.
Lunchboxes, cassette singles, and bed sheets all carried the Jem logo. Kids weren't just watching Jem, they were living it. In 1986, Hasbro had what looked like another unstoppable empire. But success, especially the kind built on fashion and fads, burns fast. Behind the glitz, the cracks Orson mentioned were starting to show.
This band was one emotional breakdown away from a VH1 special, you know?
By 1986, Jem had exploded into pop culture. But where there's fame, there's competition. And we're not talking about the Misfits. A new contender was on the scene, and she wore pink. Enter Barbie and the Rockers.
Mattel whipped up an entire band, toy line, ad campaign, and just in 4 months. That's faster than most rockers sober up.
The ultimate battle began in the toy aisle. Gem dolls were taller than Barbie, a logistical nightmare. Hasbro couldn't fit them on shelves or swap outfits easily. Mattel's pink juggernaut dominated. But even strong writing couldn't fight the numbers. Hasbro expected a massive hit, and by 1987, the line had plateaued. When sales failed to reach their projections, budgets tightened. Fewer new dolls meant fewer new songs, and eventually, fewer episodes. Until, tragically, there were none. The dolls weren't selling as expected. Competitors like Barbie had decades of brand loyalty. Even with the music and TV tie-in, Hasbro's new line was expensive to produce. Each figure was packed with detailed accessories, layered fabrics, and elaborate hairstyles, all of which drove costs up and profits down.
They were making couture for dolls, pal. Bobby had a Malibu dream house. Gem had a mortgage.
I didn't need fancy lights or lasers. I just needed my guitar.
Sometimes I felt like I didn't belong, but maybe that's what made me write the best songs.
At the same time, the television landscape was shifting. MTV's music video dominance meant real pop stars were everywhere, and animated ones suddenly looked less necessary. While Gem had a devoted following, it couldn't compete with the relentless flood of live-action idols. Still, the writing remained sharp. Christy Marks infused the stories with real emotion, identity, friendship, jealousy, ambition.
Everybody loves Gem. What about me? This is why Kimber needs to go solo.
You also crashed the rocking roaster twice.
Okay, and it was only once.
Episodes tackled themes like foster care, integrity in the music industry, and women navigating power dynamics that mirrored the real world.
It's here, Super Sunday.
And Gem.
Super Sunday, the adventure series that gives you 3 times the excitement.
What's the picture in your head?
And Bigfoot.
Bigfoot and the muscle machine. Big, bad, and mean.
And Gem, truly outrageous.
Gem is truly outrageous. Truly outrageous.
Super Sunday.
Robotics. Bigfoot.
And Gem. Gem will be right back after these messages.
Hey there, Retro Riders! Quick break before we dive back into the nostalgia. But don't skip. This is how you help us keep the toy box open.
Translation, we gotta pay for more caffeine and editing software before Retro's voice gives out.
If you're enjoying the show, you can power up the channel by joining us across the Retroverse: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. All the links are down below in the description.
Operators aren't standing by, but your thumbs are. So go hit follow, like, share, subscribe, and maybe even ring that bell so hard it echoes through time and space.
And if you'd like to help us keep creating deep dives like this, you can buy us a coffee over on Patreon. Every bit of support helps fuel more episodes, better research, and bigger projects.
Also, coffee. Definitely coffee.
When you join or shout us out on any of our socials, let us know. We'll give you the shout out you rightly deserve in an upcoming episode. Thank you for helping us grow the Toy Box. Our first goal is a baby step,
1,000 followers,
and every click gets us one step closer to that goal and more retro content.
So hit the buttons, join the chaos, and prove you're part of the Super Retro Cartoon Alliance.
All right, commercial's over. Back to the nostalgia.
And now, back to Gem.
I tried to keep it professional with Gem, but Jerica was using that hologram machine. How was I supposed to know?
are not-
This was the ultimate catfish.
Seriously?
If you think about it, I'm the victim in this entanglement.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Victim? How could one man be so dense? We both were wearing the same one-of-a-kind earrings. We both have the same voice. You actually slept with both of us? And I know for a damn fact Synergy did not alter my body at all. 100% real, Buster. And you still couldn't tell who you were touching? For the love of Riley. We even both have the same birthmark? In the same place, you idiot. Hello?
Oh, I do remember thinking that you did both have the same birthmark. And now that you mention it, it was in the same spot. Yes, it's the one located between your massive...
Rio, not another word.
To be fair, my mind was focused at the task.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. How can a man that looks as good as you be such a moron? Ugh.
Maybe it's all that purple hair dye. Fucked with his brain cells.
See you next week for Gem, Bigfoot, and Robotics.
By its third season, Gem's future was uncertain. Toy stores were sending back unsold stock, and networks began shifting it to early morning time slots.
Sunday morning at 9:30 on Super Sunday.
It's a solid gold showdown when Gem and the Holograms rock off against the Misfits. A blockbusting battle of the bands. Note for note, song for song. A rock and roll race to the top of the charts. Join Gem, Rio, the Holograms, and the Misfits as they set a new world's record for fun and adventure.
I'll be looking for you. Come on and be this morning at 8:30 here on Channel 2.
A quiet burial for a show that once roared with neon fire.
You know it's bad when even the commercials stop pretending they care.
I can hardly wait. Gem on USA. Sunday mornings at 8, 7 Central.
Hello?
Then came the final blow. Hasbro was losing ground not only to Barbie, but to their own internal competition. Transformers and G.I. Joe were booming, and Gem, despite its passionate fandom, was no longer cost-effective. In 1988, after 65 episodes, Gem and the Holograms quietly ended. No grand finale, no farewell tour, just silence, and the faint hum of Synergy powering down.
So that's it? The biggest, brightest show in a decade just poofed out of existence? You humans and your attention spans.
But the truth? The truth is, Gem never really disappeared. The hologram only flickered.
The goddesses of glam wowed the red carpet at the Hot Rock Music Awards last night. Trending now? Why, Gem, of course. Holla back, holograms.
Collectors began trading rare dolls and tapes. And slowly, quietly, the cult of Gem began to rise from the neon ashes.
You can't kill glitter from a VH1 special.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Years after the show vanished from airwaves, Gem and the Holograms refused to stay gone. Fans and collectors began reconnecting online, turning nostalgia into a movement. Early fan sites archived episodes, lyrics, and costumes, keeping Gem alive before official releases.
Hey, it's your old bestie, Gem. Remember how you loved getting me as a holiday gift? You ignored your other toys for like 3 years. Well, you can be that truly outrageously happy again with the new Honda Civic.
For many fans, especially young women viewers, the show's themes of transformation and belonging struck a powerful chord. By the early 2000s, nostalgia was in full swing.
With their new album heating up the charts, the Fab Four say it's time to hit the road, proving there's no stopping what's poppin'. Status update, winning!
Gem, truly outrageous. Saturdays, only on the Hub.
Reruns returned on cable. Hasbro began revisiting its back catalog for potential reboots. And Gem, the once failed experiment, was suddenly valuable again. In 2011, Integrity Toys released a collector's line of Gem and the Holograms dolls, crafted with the precision of art pieces rather than toys. They sold out instantly. The audience that had grown up watching the show was now old enough to afford the dream.
You know it's real when your childhood idol costs more than your rent. I saw one of those dolls on eBay for $800. $800! For that price, she better sing and file your taxes.
The fan community expanded. Conventions, tribute concerts, and cosplay showcases kept the legacy alive. Jem had become a symbol, not just of the 1980s, but of artistic resilience, an idea too outrageous to fade.
We just wanted to play music. Corporate wars weren't part of the deal.
Yeah, I'd pay to see Jem fight Barbie. That plastic blonde bimbo wouldn't know what hit her.
Do we have to fight?
Come on, you can't compare laser earrings to tanks and robots blowing up stuff.
Then, in 2015, Hasbro and Universal attempted to bring Jem back to the big screen. A live-action adaptation written and directed by John Chu promised to introduce the brand to a new generation. But something went wrong. The film, stripped of its sci-fi and fantasy elements, failed to capture the spirit of the original. Fans rejected it almost immediately.
Showtime Synergy.
In my heart, you'll always be my gem.
Has anyone called Christy? Well, you saw it. I just don't know who this movie is for. The kids who watched us are all circling 30 and are now pissed. And the young people this wants to attract would rather watch actual YouTube stars.
Where's all the tech? Like my holographic clothes? Where are all the actual holograms? So, I called Christy Marks, who created all of this. She didn't even know about it. They didn't even tell her it was happening. And clearly without her, they totally missed the point. What will we do now?
Without the holograms, the magic was gone.
That movie never showed up, pal. Same energy as a mall closing.
The backlash was swift and severe. Within 2 weeks of release, Universal pulled the film from theaters. It became one of the fastest box office collapses of the decade. But out of that failure came something rare, a renewed passion from the fan base that had supported Jem since childhood. They reminded the world what the series truly stood for: independence, friendship, and the courage to create your own identity.
They built a band that outlived its own music. That's art, kid. The loud kind.
Today, Jem exists in multiple forms: digital archives, fan remasters, and high-end collector lines. The hologram has stabilized. The audience changed, but the message didn't.
No matter how the technology evolved, Jerrica Benton's story still resonates. A woman balancing power, purpose, and performance. Learning that sometimes your alter ego isn't a disguise. It's the truest version of you. And sometimes it's just a bad perm. But hey, who am I to judge? I'm made of dimensional static.
We talk about nostalgia as a comfort, but Jem reminds us it can also be defiance, a refusal to let joy disappear quietly.
That's poetic, kid. Almost like you care.
I do, but that's not the whole story, because even holograms cast shadows. Every cultural artifact leaves behind a residue, a signal, faint but persistent, bouncing between time and memory. For Jem and the holograms, that signal never stopped. It just went underground.
Whole forums out there talking like Jem's a real person. I've seen cults with less devotion.
It's not a cult, it's memory, a way of keeping connection alive.
Yeah, sure. Next you'll tell me Synergy's got her own Discord server. Wait, does she?
Totally outrageous! My God, I say that a lot. Like, totally a lot. I need to sit down.
Every pop diva since '86 owes Jem a royalty check. I'm looking at you, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, Martika, and the list goes on and on.
It all mattered.
As technology evolved, so did the myth. AI reconstructions of Jem's voice began appearing online. Some fans claimed they were restoring lost soundtracks. Others swore new songs were being generated by something else entirely. A voice that didn't belong to any human archive.
Hey, Retro? You hearing that too?
The files were incomplete, fragments, mislabeled, corrupted. But every time, the same digital signature appeared. Synergy.
Now, Showtime.
The record should remain clear. The files, though unverifiable, demonstrate one thing. Stories never die. They adapt. They evolve. Sometimes, they whisper back.
Jerica Benton, I have come for you.
Every decade leaves behind its ghosts. Some in photographs, some in sound, and some in the flicker between channels.
Maybe it was just waiting for somebody to listen.
Maybe. Jem's light burned bright, vanished, and returned. But can an idea this outrageous ever truly fade? Can a fictional pop star outshine the real world that created her?
Maybe, if she hits you with a hologram of your worst nightmare.
Her influence stretches far beyond the cartoon. Musicians, cosplayers, artists, and fans carry her legacy forward. Every time someone dyes their hair pink, belts a synth-driven anthem, or struts in sequins, Jem is there. Even chaos has a role to play. Perhaps that's why fans still adore the Misfits as much as the Holograms.
Sure, they love the Holograms, but we're the ones that will be unforgettable. Yes, us, the Misfits. The chaos, the razor's edge, anarchy forever, bitches!
The Misfits are iconic. Nuff said. Except, has anyone ever seen Zipper again?
And it's enduring. Decades later, people still care.
And villains got cool again. You better never, ever forget that.
The music, the fashion, the drama, it lives on, immortalized in fandom, merchandise, and memory.
Four Eyes, you sound kinda cute. What say you and me go get something to eat?
You know I'm 16, right?
Did I ask? Anyway, you're old enough to drive and consent, capiche?
Like, really, Pizzazz? He's a kid. Leave him alone.
Help me, man.
You're on your own, Buckaroo Banzai. Just looking at it gives me regrets.
From rise to fall to glittering rebirth, Jem and the Holograms prove that even a cartoon can change the world. That's the story of Jem and the Holograms. Part glitter, part ghost signal, but always truly outrageous.
From neon dreams to empty stages, from toy shelves to collector's displays, Jem's story isn't just the rise and fall of a cartoon, it's a testament, a reminder that even fiction can spark real-world passion. Her influence stretches far beyond animation. Musicians, cosplayers, artists, and fans keep her alive. Every pink streak in someone's hair, every synth-powered anthem, every glittering stage, Jem is there. From toys to albums, from fan conventions to online tributes, the Holograms' legacy lives on. Even the Misfits have their place in the story. From the studio to the stage and the big screen, the dolls to the fans, the music to the myths. Keep your toys close and your cartoon memories legendary. Thanks for joining us on this special edition of Super Retro Cartoon Toy Box presents Behind the Cartoon. Jem and the Holograms. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another installment.
just push it out of the way.
Don't touch that wire! Any fallen power line could be live and dangerous. If you see a fallen power line, call the police or the power company right away.
And don't touch it. You could get the shock of your life.
Pork chop sandwiches! Oh, shit!
But now we know the right thing to do.
And doing the right thing makes you
Yeah,
a superstar!